Welcome back to my channel, Pivoting Pennies. My name is Alyssa, and this is where I like to budget my paychecks every week. So this week, my husband still has not been paid. He gets paid usually right around the 15th and the 30th. I think he gets paid Tuesday. But every once in a while, it's like it's 3 weeks in between his paychecks, but I already knew that would be happening, so we're doing good. But I feel lucky because I was just seeing on Facebook people are all complaining, like, on the, like, military groups, like, because he's in the military, if you're new here, that they don't have money, and yeah, so I'm glad that I have YNAB to help me be prepared. But anyway, I've been in that situation before though, but I'm glad that I am not as of yet. Maybe when our baby comes and I'm not working, it'll be a different story, but hopefully not because of YNAB. But first, so I have $369 that I've made for my tips. I swear I made more than that, but I don't think I really covered any overspending, so I don't know. But this is my overspending. First let me do my little weekly recap. I talked to you Friday last, so Saturday I worked, and Sunday I worked. Monday Monday's usually my errand day, so I ran errands on Monday. And as you see the groceries, I remember last week I think I budgeted like either $30 or $50. Clearly I overspent, but so I'm just gonna go ahead and cover that. And then, and this is razors. My husband had to buy razors and melatonin. I bought melatonin, but okay. And then let's see, Tuesday, I don't think I did anything really. I did work, but Wednesday I hung out with my friend. She's actually having a baby like the beginning of August, so any day now really. So we went to Once Upon a Child, which is like a clothing, well, really just a baby resale, well, kids really. It's like a secondhand store for baby stuff, so I did buy a few clothes because she kind of convinced me that I might need a few more newborn things because I only had like 3 things. And then Thursday, yesterday, I went to the doctor. If you're new here, I'm pregnant and I also have gestational diabetes. I feel like it's probably been about a month now, but I finally on Thursday, I was told I need to use insulin just at bedtime because my fasting numbers I couldn't bring down. All my other like blood sugar numbers are fine. It's just those ones, which apparently are the hardest to control with your diet. So I did my very first dose last night because, I have to use like a syringe and all that stuff. But I was nervous, but it really wasn't that bad. And I'm sure just like when I had to begin pricking my finger to check my sugar, like that freaked me out, but now it's like nothing. I'm sure soon I'll feel the same about the insulin. But yeah, so this weekend I just work again, and it's pretty much the usual thing. So I'm gonna leave this and cover it the way I normally do. So we're gonna go to weekly. I like made a grocery plan, meal plan that I really truly think I will only need $30. I'm going to stick to that. I'm not going to go over. So that's why I put that $30 there. And then gas, I'll be okay. We won't eat out. I don't need anything else. I really am very proud of myself for not spending fun money. It really does make a difference that I'm not like going out and about as much. And even when I am, I have been like instead of, well, my main fun money used to be on eating out, but now I can't really do that as easily with gestational diabetes. So, or like the things that I could eat aren't really what I would want to eat. So, I just eat at home. So really, I think, yeah, this is literally one coffee and then a ride on a ferry to go to the beach. So I'm not gonna get myself any fun money because I don't want any fun money this week. And my husband, I'm gonna give him his usual $60, but I'll end up giving him like 56. I'll just take away his 1 cent. And then he has enough for the barber, and he used to do pool league on Sunday, but someone needed him to fill in because someone got deployed or something, I don't know. So he spent a little extra of his money. He normally has 25 every week. So there's his 25, and then I'll give him 10 extra, but the rest will come from his fun money. So that's our weekly goals. And then I wanted to I think I showed you guys last week, I made this view for all of my top goals that I want to make sure are funded. But I also went and made, because I'm realizing, we're almost to August, so I have August, September, that hopefully I'm working. I hope to make it to October 1st, but maybe a little longer. But honestly, they changed my due date back a week to November 8th. It was November 17th or something. And then also, we'll definitely have to see as things go on. Like right now, the baby's measuring normally and everything's perfectly fine. But if things go on and if the baby is bigger, I guess it's often recommended to induce between 37 and 39 weeks. And they typically try not to let you go over that. While I would prefer not to be induced, we have time, and at the end of the day, I just want me and the baby to be healthy and safe. And if it's looking like that needs to happen towards the end, then that will, happen. So possibly the baby will be born more likely towards the very last few weeks of October. So I'm kind of possibly thinking of not working in October at all, just so I can have a little bit of time. But then I also maybe will still want to work. I'm not entirely sure. But basically I could get to August or September and be like, oh, I can't handle serving anymore. So basically, I realized we're getting down to the wire, and these are some of the goals that I really want to make sure we cover before the baby's here. Mainly, I want to get to these 3. The rest will be we'll see. But so I'm just going to put all of this $50 into We have 233 to go to put aside for the birth class. So I'm just going to go ahead, put that right there. And then, yeah, so, and then another thing that I wanted to do is, I'm pretty sure last week I just said how I am going to fund into the next month, even though I never typically like doing it. But I really just do not like it. So, I also need to add a target to this. My husband wanted to donate to NPR. So, anyway. But I'm going to take all of this, and this, I'll just refund it next week when my husband gets paid. But we're a month ahead. And then I'm going to go and make a month ahead category. I'm going to put all of that in there. And then I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to make sure, I don't think that does anything, but I'm going to make sure that all of our bills are covered, and then pretty much all of our things that are gonna come out, like needing to get these things for my dog, all of these annual renewals. Both of these I'm not sure that or even the Costco membership, I'm not sure that I'm gonna renew, but I'm just gonna save for them at least. But I think all of the things that are going to come. So that is $1405.43. So I'm going to make a memo. 1405.43 divided by 2 is, let's see, 7, I'll just put 703. So every paycheck, when my husband gets paid, since he's paid twice a month, I'm just going to put 703 straight into this category. And then I think that's what I'm going to do. I've been toying with the idea of how Becky from the Good Midlife Crisis budgets, and how she gets paid twice monthly or every other week or whatever, but she budgets weekly. And I've been kind of thinking of how maybe I'm gonna, obviously I budget weekly because I am a server and I get paid every night, so I just save them in a category. When I stop working and my husband is paid twice monthly, I think it could be better for us if we're budgeting weekly still. So I'm kind of thinking about how I might do that instead of budgeting all of his paycheck. So I think the way I would do it would be budgeting. So say usually he gets paid $1,300, we'll say. So I would put the 700, the 703 or whatever it was, into the month ahead, and then I would budget out the weekly things, and then maybe a few sinking funds if we could. I don't know. And then just put the rest into like a next week category or something. I'm not really sure, but that's something that I've just been kind of thinking about. But yeah, so I will see you. I'll be recording on, I think it's Tuesday, but I will see you on Friday. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Friday.